Anytime you're going through anything and you're fearful, I hear the Lord says, speak over it. Jump. Jump. Just use my power. And it's so appropriate that you sung that song this morning because last week when my mom and I, on Sundays, we look at different movies. And last Sunday we watched Any Given Season, Any Given Sunday. I love that movie too. So I just want to tell you, at any moment you could be in any given season.
Absolutely.
At any given season. We spend so much trying to say that this time is supposed to be this, and this time is supposed to be that, and this time is this. But guess what? At any given season, these tools are going to help you. What is that tool? Jump.
Jump!
In any given season, what you have to understand is that the wind is there to carry you. Just say it's to carry me.
It's to carry me.
So in any given season, the wind of fear will try to shut you down. Therefore, I command you to be in harmony and jump. Allow the wind, as with an eagle, to take you to where you need to go. It's there and it's forceful. And even though you fall asleep at night, the fierceness of it still is in your mind. Even when you allow yourself to be with friends and you're sitting around talking and you're sitting around, you may have gone to do the thing you love most, but yet the fierceness of that wind still is playing in your mind. All I can speak to you is to say jump. That the Lord is saying, just use my power. There's a scripture that I want to come to my conclusion with that says in John 3:8, it says this. So don't be surprised when I tell you that you have to be born from above, out of this world, so to speak. You know well enough how the wind blows this way and that way. You hear it rustling through the trees, but you have no idea where it comes from or where it's headed next. That's what happens with storms. You have no idea where it all of a sudden came from. All you know, and all I know, is that we woke up today and all was well. All I know is that I was feeling fine when I woke up this morning, but now there's this horrific pain in my leg. There's this horrific pain in my heart. I didn't anticipate that. I didn't anticipate that when I came into this day, when I decided to take this walk and this journey, when I decided to be clothed with my purpose, I had no idea that it was going to cause different winds to be drawn in the path of where I'm going. I had no idea.
Wow.
But he said, you hear it rustling through the trees. You have no idea where it come from or where it's headed next. That's the way it is with everyone that is born again. By what? By the wind of God, the Spirit of God. That's how it is when you're walking in this thing. That's how it is when you decided to use the electricity or the power of God. That's how it is. You don't know when the storms are coming. You don't know which direction. That's just how it is. If you say that you're born again, if you say that the Spirit of the Lord abides inside of you, it's compared to a wind. And you don't know where it's coming from. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what's happening next. But it is the Spirit of the God that's leading you. It's the Spirit, just say, it's the Spirit of God.
It's the Spirit of God
that's leading me.
That's leading me.
It's jump. So like the wind turbines, spiritual harmony with the wind is to cooperate with this tremendous ability that benefits our lives by producing electricity or the dunamis power of God. In other words, the wind or the storms of life will work for us if we locate where it's blowing.
Wow. What? Jesus.
Regina said yesterday, instead of us getting so caught up in the minutia, of what is of what is happening, of talking about this thing called Corona or IK Rona. Instead of us getting so caught up with Rona, what can we do? What is it? Let's locate what's going on right now. Let's locate how we can make a difference, and let's let it go where it needs to go. Hallelujah. When we expand our effort to stand erected as a windmill, where the wind is known to be consistently blowing, we will effortlessly receive the benefit of the wind doing the work for us. Is there anybody in this place that can trust that whatever wind God is sending your way, whatever wind is blowing over your life right now, whatever maximum capacity of wind that is blowing, God is using it for your benefit? Just say, it's for my benefit.
It's for my benefit.
And so have faith when you're walking. I'm like Junior looking at that clock. Have faith when walking out your purpose. Have faith even when walking out your purpose becomes difficult to go through and jump. Have faith even when walking out your purpose.
Difficult. Wow.
Even when walking out your purpose becomes difficult to go through. And just what? Jump. I know it's difficulty. I know that there's some things we're going to encounter when we're trying to figure it out, when we're trying to move forward, we're trying to do this, we're trying to do that. I know it's difficult, but just jump, just jump, just have faith in the jump, have faith in the leap. Acts 27:21 through 22 says, without appetite for both food and long life gone, Paul took his place in our midst and said, friends, you really should have listened to me back in Crete. We could have avoided all of this trouble and trial. Now, I just want to stop there. The backdrop to this story is Paul went before the king and King Agrippa, and he's telling the story about how, listen, this purpose that I'm walking in now, I wasn't even trying to do this. I was persecuting the Christians. I did. Like, I really was to take, my purpose in them was that I was to take them out. Like, that's all I did every single day. I got up and I went and I hunted after Christians because I understood that when they were saying something about that it was this Christ, that he was going to be the King of Jews, I understood that there are no kings of Jews like this, not like talking about it. So I decided I was going to hunt them down too. Every person that had that kind of false belief, because this false belief had such strength to it, I says I'm gonna kill them because they didn't know. And so all of a sudden I'm walking, minding my own business, and there's this light that fell upon me. And not only did it fall upon me, it arrested me, it blinded me, and it made me not able to speak. And as a result of this life, I realized and I heard this voice asking me, why am I persecuting his people? And this voice, this change that happened to me, changed my whole life around. So now that's why I always call myself a prisoner, because I have no choice but to speak about this Christ. I have no choice but to declare who he is. And so you can arrest me all you want to. It's not going to change who I am, but I'm still born of a Roman Jew. I'm still that. I'm still all of that. But even in the midst of being all of that, I have to do what God is telling me to do. So he had to go and he had to get on the ship. And so now he's on the ship. And he told them when they were at a certain place, because he's walking out of the wisdom of God now, he told them, listen, don't go nowhere because the ship can't make it. Remember I told you sometimes you just going to have to just shut things down. Sometimes you got to know, because if you already know your ship ain't going to make it, why get on the ship to try to make it? Because the moment something happens, you're going to say, God, why did you leave me? But he had already declared over your life, listen, just don't do it right now. Anybody just have tried some, don't do it right now, and it did it right now, and then it all fell apart, and then now you're going like, oh my God, why did you even let me do it? Well, he told you don't do it right now. Because he understands that the force that will come against you to stop you what you were doing, you didn't have enough within yourself to overcome.
Come on now.
You didn't have enough to withstand it. That's why I said not now. I'm not saying don't don't do it. I'm just saying not now. I'm not saying don't go for it. I'm just saying your losses are going to be too great if you do it right now. Just hold up. You can do it, just not now. So Paul said, I already told y'all, he could go somewhere and sleep, right? I already told y'all, listen, don't go, but y'all decided to go anyway. But he said this. He says, from now on, listen how he changed this. He says, we could have avoided all of this trouble and trial, but there's no need to dwell on that now. Is there anybody that have spent the last 2 or 3 months talking about you shouldn't have made that mistake, but you did. I shouldn't have made that choice, but I did. I shouldn't have gone in that direction, but I did. I shouldn't have went on out, but I did. He says, no use dwelling on that now. How many people are ready to bury that right now? Yeah. Whatever that was today, you're ready to bury it. He says, so don't dwell on that right now. From now on, things are looking up. Just tell yourself it's looking up. I can assure you that I can assure you that there'll not be a single drowning among us.
Wow.
Shem, I'm telling you right now. I don't care what directions you stepped out in. Nobody is going to drown in this place. I don't care how much you took on your plate. And you see now, that was too much. There's going to be no drowning in this house. I don't care how many of us think that the decisions we made in our lives, whether it's on a relationship level, whether it's on a spiritual, whatever it is, there's going to be no drowning among us. Although I can't say as much help for the ship. The ship itself is doomed. I can't say about that life you used to live. That life you used to live, the friends that you used to have, that might be gone.
Oh, Lord.
The way you used to roll, that's over. The places you used to hang, that's gone. The situations that used to be, that ain't gonna be. That's why Rona is in the air now. Rona came in the air. Rona said, listen up. I'm ready to change everything the way you knew it once. When they said on the line, I'm gonna preach right now, because when they said on Wednesday night, no more NBA, I thought to myself, what? No more NBA? I thought to myself, are they kidding me? How in the world could they cancel a whole season? I'm not talking about 1 or 2 games. I'm saying a whole season. How could they not have the playoffs? We worked all year looking at game after game after game after game, Jay Sean. There are over 120 games we got to watch to get to playoffs. And then you say cancel playoffs? So Rona. Rona has caused the season to be canceled. So, who's going to be the champion? How do they know where they're going to start next year? Because nobody was champion this year. So, what I'm saying to you is the way you used to know a thing is not going to be no more.
Wow.
It's over. So, you're not going back to that normal.
Not that.
See, what we always try to do is, I want things the way they used to be. It cannot be. You got a new norm now. We said that when my mom, at the beginning of this year, I preached that message. It's a new norm. It's a new norm now. It's not going to be the same. The NBA is losing about $24 billion in one season. I know that the governor has left released $82 billion, but I want to tell you the NBA is going to try to claim at least 24 or 26 billion of that. And you keep taking billions and billions away, we're going to find out that the whole system is still going to be injured by this storm. So Paul said the ship itself. In other words, he's saying what you used to know is over with. So then he said, last night, though, God's angel stood at my side. An angel of this God I serve, saying to me, don't give up, Paul. You're going to stand before Caesar yet. And everyone sailing with you also is going to make it. So, dear friends, I want to share this with you.